Hello, this is the painting video of the sunflower. If you haven't done your sketch of the sunflower, please go back to that video. Let's begin by doing a wash. This wash is wet on wet. So the entire sunflower will be yellow. We do wet on wet by first wetting our paper with clean water. Paint clean water on the inside of your drawing. It doesn't matter if you paint a little on the outside of the drawing. I usually use my biggest brush. This is a 12, which holds a lot of water so that I don't have to go back. But since I am in a dry country and paper easily dries up, even without a blow dryer, I put lots of water. As you can see, the paper is shiny, and that's what you want. The paint will flow when you apply it. Now let's put yellow. I'm going to use a lemon yellow color for the base. I'm adding more water so that I can lift more paint. So again, we are doing wet on wet, which means wet brush on wet surface. I'm just adding yellow to my previously wet paper. For beginners, I would advise that you would make a little pool of paint of the color that you will be using to wash. For example, this is yellow. I'm going to make a little pool on my palette, not my paints, on my mixing palette. I'm just gonna get water. I'm going to load my brush with clean water, and then I'm going to load my brush with paint, with yellow paint, and then I'm just going to make a lot of it on my mixing palette so that I don't have to go back to my paint pans. But I'm not doing it now. So that it's easy to have the same tone or the same amount of paint all over. In this case, it doesn't matter because we have different shades and shadows for the petals. So here, I let the paint dry a bit, but not really, so that when I apply my brown, I am mixing brown with purple and lemon yellow. Okay, my paper is still a bit wet, but not that shiny, so that when I apply my brown, it's not gonna form hard edges, and it's going to make soft edges and a little flowy, but not as flowy as what we did earlier. So please always go back to your reference photo so that you will see where the dark parts are or where the brown parts are. So I'm just adding a little bit more to make it darker. So one good technique for watercolor is layering. It seems that adding paint all at once would not create the same effect as you do to layering. Now this part is the darkest, so let me just add a little more dark paint because I already did a third layer. I do not want to tire my paper. I will let this dry a bit before adding more paint, and I'll see you in part 2 of this painting video of the sunflower.